I want to start with something that might sound strange. You are probably not lazy. I know that's not what you've been telling yourself, but laziness as a character trait is almost never what's actually happening. When you sit down to work and end up doing anything else, when you open the task and immediately feel the pull towards something easier, when you know exactly what you need to do and still don't do it, that is not laziness. That is your nervous system doing exactly what it was designed to do, protecting you from a feeling. Here's the mechanism, and once you see it, you cannot unsee it. Every task that matters comes attached to a feeling, not the feeling of doing it, the feeling of starting it. Uncertainty. Will I do this right? Exposure. What if someone sees this and judges it? Inadequacy. What if I try and confirm my worst fear about myself? Your brain, specifically the part responsible for threat detection, cannot tell the difference between emotional discomfort and physical danger, so it responds the same way. It moves you away from the threat. And what feels like the threat is not the task. It is the feeling the task represents. Now here is where it gets important. Every time you move away from that feeling, every time you pick up the phone, open a different tab, make coffee you don't need, or find something urgent that conveniently appeared, you teach your brain one thing, that the avoidance worked, and the brain, being efficient, files that away. Next time the same task appears, the avoidance response fires faster and stronger. This is not a discipline problem at its core. This is a loop. Trigger, discomfort, avoidance, relief, repeat. And the loop compounds. Every cycle makes the next one more automatic, more invisible, until it doesn't feel like avoidance anymore. It just feels like who you are. That is the moment most people give up and call themselves lazy. But here is what the research on emotion regulation actually shows. The feeling you are avoiding has a lifespan measured in seconds to minutes, not hours, if you can stay with the discomfort of starting, without moving away from it. It peaks, and then it passes, not because the task got easier, but because your nervous system recalibrates. It gets the signal. This feeling is not danger. This is just uncomfortable, and uncomfortable is survivable. The people who are productive consistently are not people who feel more motivated. They are people who have learned, consciously or not, to tolerate the feeling of starting long enough for the loop to break. So here is the practical exit from the loop. Not a productivity system, not a morning routine, not accountability partners. One thing, name the feeling before you avoid it. When you sit down and feel the pull away, pause and say, out loud or in your head, I am avoiding this because it makes me feel uncertain, or exposed, or inadequate, or whatever is true for you. Naming the feeling activates a different part of the brain, the prefrontal cortex, the part responsible for conscious decision-making, and for approximately 90 seconds, you have a window. A window where the avoidance response is interrupted and you can choose differently, not permanently, not forever, just for 90 seconds. Start in that window. Open the document, write one sentence, make one call, take one step. Just inside the window before the loop resets. I know you've probably heard versions of this before and you're still here, which means something in this landed differently today that matters. The built ones are not people who stopped feeling the resistance. They are people who learned to recognize the loop before it ran and chose, inside it, to move anyway. Not because it felt right, not because they were ready, because they understood what was actually happening. Save this video for the next time you catch yourself doing anything except the work. That moment, right there, is the entrance to the loop, and now you know what to do inside it. Subscribe if you want to keep building this kind of awareness. We go deeper every week. Stay longer than your doubt.